first of all I'm going to show you how I make these shabby folded roses, and you can either quilt them together or use them as embellishments. I'm going to start off by drawing a hexagon with just a ruler and a pencil. We're making a equilateral triangle, so I'm going to do this 3 inches. So I'm drawing a line that's 3 inches long and I'm marking the centre. Now what I'm going to do is draw a straight line up through that centre at a 90-degree angle, and I want to measure 3 inches up that line. So I've got my point on the line and it's measuring 3 inches long, and then again this side. So now what I should have is an equilateral triangle that's 3 inches on all 3 sides. This should be a 60-degree angle. So I'm going to cut out this triangle. Now that I've got my triangle, I'm just going to create the pentagon. And there you have it. Cut it down to whatever size you want. So this is a 3 inch each side, but it's too big for what I want because this measures 6 inches wide. So I ended up cutting it down a bit more, and my sides are approximately 2 inches long. And now that is going to be my template. What we need is a selection of scrap fabrics. I mean, I've even got salvages in here, and cut your strips at 1.5 inches. Your outer layer, this section here, we need 2-inch wide strips. So for the centre, cut yourself a square. I'm going to go with the lightest fabric for my centre for this one. So just cut a rough square. Using Elmer's glue, just dab it somewhere in the middle, doesn't have to be perfect, and stick it down. With these 1.5 inch strips, fold them in half and press them so you've got the right sides of the fabric on the outside. And you want to repeat that for all of your strips. I'm going to start off with the lightest in the middle, and I think I'm going to go that way. So have your folded part of your fabric facing inwards, and we're going to put 3 pieces randomly across the centre like that. I'm just going to take it over to the machine and sew down the outside raw edge of each piece. So we're going from lightest to darkest, so the next layer we want 4 strips, and again with the folded edge inwards, and again we're just going to go and sew around the outside edge. The next layer we need 5 strips. So again, the folded edge inwards. We're going to do the same, just sew down the outside edge. We want 6 pieces for the last layer, so we just repeat exactly the same. And again, just sew around the outside edge. You need to make sure that you're covering the stitches from the previous row. We're going to flip it over and sew around just inside the edge of the shape, the template. Now we're just going to trim around that template, the base fabric. And there we have our second flower. So I'm going to make several of these in different colours. Now I'm going to draw the leaf template. So I've got a circle here that is 2 inches. And I just want to sort of kick it up, bring it round, make it into a kind of leaf shape. So that's the template I'm going to use for the leaves. So I've got this scrap of green. I think I want to make 4 or 5 leaves. Folded it 5 times. I'm just going to draw around that leaf. And this way I'll have leaves going in different directions. before you panic, these are not my fabric scissors. We notice they've got scrap written on the side, and that was because one of my adult children decided to cut metal with them, and now they no longer cut fabric. So I use them for cutting everything else. So I'm going to make an 8-inch template. So I have a few choices. So I've got a bit of leftover scrap denim here. I'm going to use that. And I've got this upholstery fabric that I quite like, but I like this fringed edge, the rough edge. So I think I'm going to use this, and maybe again some old corduroy jeans, scraps. So this is what I'm going to use, and hopefully it will turn out. We'll just see how it all works, and if you see this video, then I guess it worked. I'm going to give it a press and cut out 4 of those. I haven't, is because I want them all rough. So all I'm going to do is just sew around the edges and applique the leaves, and then I'm going to put some veins in the leaves as well. So we're going to go over to the machine and work from there. So I have my zigzag at 2.0 and my stitch length at 0.5, and I'm not going over the edge because I want the edges shabby. So it's just giving it a bit of a shabby look, frayed edges, which is what I like. Now the leaf, I purposely didn't go over the same stitches because I want it sketchy looking. out of this upholstery, I'm going to cut 4 of these. And what I've also done is I've cut off the frill. I've cut a 2-inch strip, 2-inch wide strip, and it's about 40 inches long. What we're going to do is sew that to that, and it will be right sides together, lining up the bottom edge. I'm going to sew down all of those. Sewing them together, and then I started sewing them again. What I'm going to do is sew that one to that one, and then that one to that one, so I'll have a long arc strip. So with the wrong sides together, I'm going to flip this right sides out. Decide where my back seam is going to be. And then wrong sides together, put the lining inside the back, the outer. So I'm just going to go and baste all the way around, top and bottom, just to hold that into place. I want it about 1 inch from the top edge. Line up that frill with that mark that I've just made and just pin it down. So I'm going to go and sew around that So I have this shirt, so it's quite thick, it's a bit like a canvas, it's 100% cotton. So I think I'm going to use this as the top part. So I'm going to cut my fabric, and I'll give you the measurements once I've cut what I need. So I cut the shirt down. I had to sew together to make it bigger, and it is 14 inches by 32 inches. Piece of quilting batting that is 13 inches by 31 inches. I've got some embroidery thread, a needle and needle threader, and I am just going to hand quilt it together. So cut the line in the same size as the outer. I've got the sleeve off the shirt. On the back, on the wrong side, draw an inch mark down the sides and across the bottom, and then press over the side to that mark. Repeat the same for this side and the bottom. I'm going to take the line in, mark the centres. So I'm going to mark a centre line down this 1/2. And I messed up, so now I've got to unpick this side seam. I'm going to sew down there, and I'm going to use a 1/2 inch seam allowance. So now we need to cut out a 10.5 inch circle. Fold it in half and in half again to get the quarter marks. And then take the lining and do the same. So you want to divide it into 4. Make sure you've got the bottom, not the top. And then with right sides together, pin at the 4 points first. Sew that circle onto there. So now we need to cut out a 10.5-inch circle for the base. I have these old corduroy trousers. I have some Peltex, which is quite a stiff interfacing, and I've cut it out slightly smaller than the circle, and I'm going to press that on. It's fusible. And I'm going to go and sew. So I'm going to run my needle around just on the outside of that. Now I want to take the outside of the bag and put that on as well. Oh no! Alright. Oh! Got to unpick it because I've got to have this one on first before I put the bottom on. So anyway, I'm going to unpick that and then I'll be back. I'm going to find the centre of this piece, which is there, and put that on my centre mark there. Sew that onto the bottom of the bag. So I'm going to sew down each one of those straight lines, and now I'm going to put the base on again. So I have this old belt that I'm going to put on for the strap. I'm going to re-sew this, but one on either side, just as decoration. This is my side mark. So I'm marking down 2 inches from that centre mark. And that's where I'm going to put my strap. And that's where I'm going to sew it on the machine. And I'm just going to go and sew those straps down. So this piece is 32 inches by 6. Got it folded in half. Scrap fusible fleece. I've cut them into 2-inch strips. I'm going to mark the centre of this 6-inch strip. I'm placing this just under that halfway mark. So I'm going to mark the centre on the back. Now I'm going to measure out 1 inch. I've got some stiff interfacing here. I'm going to put in this centre bit here. So it's about 6 inches long. So there's my centre, and I'm going to measure 1 inch either side of that centre mark. Take the lining, get right sides out. I want the pocket on the back of the bag, so this is going to be the front of the bag. So I can already see my centre because this is where I pressed it earlier. So I'm going to take this, right sides together, match the centre marks. For these two, I'm just going to sew. First of all, I'm going to sew this seam here, and then I'm going to sew those two together. And then this, I'm just pressing under along the top edge of that interfacing, just giving it a nice crisp edge. This is the part where I'm putting the lining inside the bag. Make sure that you flip the lining out and that you're putting the bag and the lining wrong sides together. Match up the centre seams and the side seams and pin all the way around to hold. Baste that down. And all we have to do now is bring the front down just below that bottom stitch line. Sew that down all the way around. I'm sewing it down from the inside and running my needle along the stitch line. I wouldn't recommend it because, as you can see here, I completely missed the outside fabric, so I'm having to unpick it and re-sew again from the outside. I decided to do a zigzag stitch. I thought it would be more decorative and it would hide my mistake. Now I'm doing a zigzag stitch along the top edge to finish off the band for the pull string. I found some rope in the drawer. I have no clue what size it is. It was just there, so I decided to use that. I'm just guessing the measurement, wrapping it around the bag and then cutting it what I think is long enough. I'm using a bodkin to thread the cord through the bag. And we're all done. I did decide to add butterfly and bumblebee embellishments with a hot glue gun. If you want to know how I made the embellishments, check out my YouTube tutorial on those. Here I'm using it as a craft bag. Makes a great project bag, diaper bag, whatever you want to use it for. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thank you so much for watching.